Okay, welcome along to Film Talk, and we are adding yet another title to our top 100 list of the greatest films ever made, certainly the 100 greatest films in our humble opinion. I'm delighted I'm joined yet again by the wonderful Brian Reynolds, he of the movie industry, having worked as a runner at Hammer Films right from the late 1960s, and a lifetime in the industry. He's going to share some of his thoughts on some of his favourite movies. And what's your contribution to our list this week, Brian?
It's going to be a real good British black and white film, Hobson's Choice.
Hobson's Choice, wow. What an interesting film.
It's John Mills, Charles Laughton, Brenda De Banzie. Of course, he owns a bootmaking business.
Right.
The Charles Laughton character, who's one of this real unforgiving type of shopkeeper. With John Mills, he's sort of put upon apprentice, makes all his shoes, sort of a high-class bootmaker with his three daughters. So of course, Brenda De Banzie, who's the eldest daughter, she's can see there's a future there with her sort of marrying the John Mills character, who works in the basement.
That's right, yes.
And of course, it becomes a rival business to her father. And of course, he doesn't see this as a good proposition. He tries to keep his eldest daughter at home to look after him in his old age. The two younger daughters sort of flit off with other people about town. But of course, John Mills he's no idea what plans the Brenda De Banzie character's got for him. He's just the cobbler, who makes the boots, and he's no idea that she's planning to take him out of all that and become a rival business to her father. And it's all this unfolding. And Charles Laughton's absolutely magnificent, and he's a drunken sop, really. And of course, poor old John Mills, who really feels like the weak kind of guy in the middle. And there's a great scene where Charles Laughton tries to tell him in his forceful way that this isn't a good idea. And he said, to help you, to persuade you, I can take my belt off and give you a good lashing.
It's hardly the way to do it, is it?
But of course, Brenda De Banzie stands her ground against her father.
Quite right, too.
And John Mills, by gum, he's always saying, because Brenda De Banzie takes them, they find another premises, and they build up their business, and they make their first penny. And she says, we'll keep that, and we'll put that up to one side, and we'll always remember that was our first bit of money we made. So, of course, her father's business is going downhill because they're taking the business away.
Taking it away, yeah.
And, of course, they're such great characters. And, again, it's just one of them films which is great entertainment to watch. And Charles Laughton is magnificent anyway.
He always is. I mean, he was a tremendous actor. Had his own production company at one time, but a tremendous actor. Turns up in so many big movies. But usually as the character... He's the lead here, but he's quite often a character actor in many of the other movies you see him in. But a tremendous performance.
Of course, the great presence as well, on the screen. Of course, he's walking home one night from a drunken night in the pub, and he can see the moon in this big puddle. And of course, in his drunken state, he's trying to gather it in and splashing everywhere.
Splashing around.
Your leather, Maggie, your tough, ancient leather. But I like leather.
Upstairs, Father.
Wait a minute.
And a film directed by, I think it was David Lean, isn't it?
I think it was a David Lean film.
Was it a David Lean production?
I think so.
Yeah, because David Lean's...
What a great combination.
You can't go wrong, can you? John Mills, Charles Laughton, David Lean. What a great production.
It's great black and white. You can't beat a good bit of black and white.
Now and again, Brian, you can go a bit too far sometimes. Do you have a colour television? You wouldn't know, would you? So are there any particular
Being an old film person, you can't beat a good bit of black and white.
That's true.
But
That's true.
yeah, Hobson's Choice is it's just a great piece of entertainment.
Any particular scenes stand out? I mean, you mentioned the moonlight in the puddle scene, but any other particular moments that stand out for you?
I think when John Mills, when the Charles Laughton character, father, he's always father, when father realises that he's on a losing battle, and he puts this proposition to John Mills and Brenda De Banzie to unite the two businesses, because it's the only way he's going to survive. And he says that Hobson and Mossop, Will Mossop was the John Mills character. Hobson and Mossop. And John Mills says, no, Mossop and Hobson. And he doesn't like this at all.
No, I bet.
Brenda De Banzie is watching John Mills because he's suddenly got a bit of spine. And she's saying, Will Mossop, she said, are you sure about this? Because she was prepared to go with Hobson and Mossop. And he said, no, and she's looking at him all proud now.
Yes.
Because she's got this guy. He didn't know he was going to be married to her. And his character sort of suddenly strengthens up. Says, no, it's going to be Mossop and Hobson. And it's that little moment again, moments in films, that I love. And the Charles Laughton character ends up having to agree with this, much to his absolute disgust.
But there you are. But they've taken over and they've done better.
That's right, yeah.
That is Hobson's Choice. Overall, 10 out of 10, I guess.
Oh, of course, yeah.
How could be anything else but on the top?
Another film that you must watch at least once a year.
So there we are. That's it. Hobson's Choice. And that's Brian's choice for Hobson's Choice. One of our top 100 greatest films ever made, at least in our opinion. Brian, what a great selection. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Another good choice. Thank you.